Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, if you like those type of cars that you're gonna say to me, you know what? Who does not remember these cars from back in the 80s? Or you like those type of videos that were quite popular car back in the 80s? At least in some parts of the world. I'm not sure if everywhere around the world, but these were the ones. And if you like cars like the Toyota Corolla and the Mazda Protege or the Mitsubishi Mirage or Lancer, these are the type of cars that you like to watch. But let's give it a proper presentation. What I got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 1987 Nissan Sunny 1500 Super Saloon. Now, if you're familiar with the Toyota Corolla, back in the 80s, I think their biggest Japanese competition was the Nissan Sunny. In other parts of the world was called Nissan Sentra. Depends on where you come from. That's their name. But the Nissan Sunny was super popular in Latin America, in North America too. I don't think they reached the numbers of the Corolla, which was like the number one competitor, but it was definitely on. It was a big challenge for Corolla. It was like a big competition for Corolla. But this car, right? It was a simple looking car. Not gonna lie, nothing extravagant. But a lot of people like those type of cars. A lot of people like cars that were quite cookie cutter. This was the type of car that Nissan provided back in the 80s. The same thing happened with the Nissan Stanza. The same thing was the Nissan Maxima. If you remember, they're quite like a mini Volvo type of, not to the point of a Volvo in the square part, but it was getting there. It was like knocking on Volvo's doors of designers. Like, can you give us some tips of being a square looking car? I think, or like a boxy shaped car. And I think this car was in the process of wanting to be there, but still very elegant. I think it was a very elegant car. Not my favorite car. No, it's not. But it was a very elegant. Yes, it is. I'm not gonna take points away where they belong. Now, this Nissan Sunny is the sixth generation of the model, and it came out in 1985 till 1990. Okay, and it was called also, like I said, Nissan Sentra. In Mexico, they were called the Nissan Tsuzuro 2, and in the coupe, they were also called in Mexico, and the coupe, I'm not sure what I mean by that, the Nissan Hikari. I guess there was like a coupe version. Oh, like the hatchback or like a liftback. I remember the liftback model. The liftback model was quite attractive. I liked the liftback a lot more than the sedan. I remember now the liftback. Quite nice. And they even had a hatchback. That one I liked even more too. I liked those because it was more rounded, quite more like a type of a car that would blend more with my taste. But not everyone may agree. That's the good part about human beings. We all can have a taste. We all can agree and we can disagree. But at the end of the day, everyone should be respecting their choices. And I'm more than welcome to read, oh, I never liked this car. It was not my type of car. Or I loved it. It was the car of my dreams. You let me know in the comments below. Engines. Before I go in, actually, let's go to engines. Engines, let's see. We have a 1.3, a 1.5, a 1.5 turbo. We have a 1.6, a 1.8. And then these are gasoline engines. All of them were four cylinders. And then the diesel engine, it was a 1.7 diesel, four cylinder also. Then transmissions, we had a four or a five-speed manual. And then you had the automatic option, a three-speed automatic. Okay, now body styles, we had a three-speed, not 3 speed, 3 door, excuse me, 3 door hatchback. Then we have a 4 door sedan, a 5 door wagon, and if you didn't have enough, you also had a 3 door sport coupe. So you had choices for everybody in the family. If your wife liked the wagon more, but you like the hatchback more, then you just get two. And you both drive this nice looking Nissan. When Nissans back in the days were still a brand widely respected because of their quality, now they lost a bit of that momentum. Hopefully, they'll get it back. They prove people that they can come back. It should be no problem. All right, everyone. I'm gonna let this beautiful car go run a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. What do you guys think about this nice looking Nissan? Do you remember them? Was it called Nissan Sunny? Was it called Sentra? Was it called Tsuru, like in Mexico? You let me know in the comments below. Were they reliable? Do you actually still see them around? At least in North America, you see them once in a very, very blue moon. You still see one or two around. They're not very common. No, they're not. Obviously, it's already a almost 40-year-old car. Well, actually, it is already a 40-year-old car. This one specifically is a 87, but they actually started in 1985. So it's officially a 40-year vehicle model. So hopefully you might see them in car shows. Let me know in the comments below. All right, and were they reliable? Did you like them? All that stuff. Don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And if you're not sure what model, this is a resin model and it's made by High Story. And don't forget to give me a beautiful thumbs up. I truly, truly appreciate. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves more than ever, as I always say. And goodbye.